Welcome to Budapest, one of Europe's most stunning and surprising cities. Whether you're looking for a weekend getaway or a deep dive into Hungarian culture, this city will keep you busy, amazed, and also very well fed. Today we are counting down 101 things you can do in this city, all the way from the famous spots to the hidden gems that locals like myself love to experience. So pack yourself some comfortable shoes, a travel pass, and lots of curiosity, and let's explore what this wonderful city has to offer. Let's start with one of the most famous areas of the city, the Buda Castle quarters, located on the Buda side of the city, and it's on a hill where you have many unique buildings, small and narrow streets, and a lot of interesting and fun ways you can learn about not only the history of the castle quarter itself, but about the whole of Budapest. One of the most eye-catching buildings in the castle district is the Buda Castle Palace. You can freely explore its exterior and enjoy some of the best views of the city from here. Inside, you'll find several museums worth checking out. The St. Stephen Hall for architecture lovers, the Budapest History Museum for those curious about the city's past, and the Hungarian National Gallery for art enthusiasts. Just a short walk away, you'll find one of the most magical landmarks in Budapest, the Fisherman's Bastion. With its fairy tale-like towers and stunning views, it's one of the most photographed spots in the city. Climbing it requires an entry fee, but in my opinion, you don't need to do that. The ground level is free, and it already gives you an incredible panorama of the Danube and the Pest side. Right next to it stands the breathtaking Matthias Church, named after one of Hungary's most legendary kings. Its colorful tiled roof and richly decorated interior make it one of Budapest's most striking religious buildings, where it's worth taking your time to appreciate all the small details surrounding you. After exploring, you'll probably want a little pick-me-up, and the local treat we absolutely love is rétes, or also known as strudel. This thin pastry is filled with delicious fillings like apple, sour cherry, but our top favorites are the ones that are filled with curd or poppy seed cream. One spot to try it in the castle district is Rétesvár, a cozy place perfect for a sweet break. What's even more fascinating about this area is what lies beneath it. The castle hill is full of natural caves that have played an important role throughout history. You can join a guided tour to explore parts of this underground network and hear stories of how it helped people during tough times. But for something more mysterious, there's also the Labyrinth, a quirky atmospheric attraction where you can wander through dark tunnels, eerie exhibits, and the occasional spooky surprise. It's definitely one of the most unusual experiences in Budapest. However, if you're more into history, don't miss the Hospital in the Rock Museum. During World War II, parts of the cave system were transformed into an emergency hospital and bunker. Today you can take a guided tour and see how people lived and worked here during those tragic times. A bit further along, you'll find the Mária Magdolna Tower, the only remaining part of a medieval church destroyed during World War II. You can climb to the top of it for a beautiful view of the castle district and the city below. The castle district is lively during the day, but it takes on a completely different atmosphere at night. Once the crowds disappear, the softly lit streets and the buildings create a peaceful, almost magical mood. Plus, in the evenings, the first level of Fisherman's Bastion is free to access, perfect for a quiet nighttime sightseeing. And if you are an early riser, don't miss the sunrise from Fisherman's Bastion. Because it faces east, it's one of the most breathtaking spots to watch the first light hit the city. Seeing the warm glow on the walls and rooftops as the city wakes up is truly unforgettable. Now from the Buda side, let's jump over to the Pest side of the city, because here we have the downtown area that has many interesting attractions, many bars, restaurants and cafes, but also some gorgeous buildings, like this one here, which has to be the jewel of the downtown and the city here in Pest, the Parliament Building. With its neo-Gothic spires and riverside setting, it's easily one of the most photographed buildings in Budapest. You can admire it from the outside, get some unique shots from different perspectives, especially from across the river on the Buda side, or join a guided tour to explore its stunning interior, where you see grand halls, statues of Hungarian kings, and even the Holy Crown itself. Just a short walk away stands St. Stephen's Basilica, one of the most important churches in Hungary. Named after the first king of the country, it is as impressive inside as it is outside. Step in to admire its ornate interior and beautiful dome, or take the elevator or stairs to the top for a panoramic view of Budapest's skyline. On a clear day, it's absolutely breathtaking. If you're looking for one of the best and cheapest sightseeing rides in the city, hop on tramline number 2. It glides right along the Danube on the Pest side, passing many of Budapest's most famous sites, including the Parliament, the Chain Bridge and the Buda Castle on the opposite bank. It's a perfect budget-friendly way to take in the beauty of the city from a local's perspective. And if you need a little break, stop at Zserbó Café on Vörösmarty Square, one of the city's most historic and elegant cafes, which has been serving locals and visitors since the 19th century. While you're there, try their signature dessert, the Zserbó slice. Layers of walnut, apricot jam and chocolate glaze. It's a Budapest classic and the perfect companion to your coffee. You can then take a relaxing stroll along the Danube promenade on the Pest side. This riverside walkway stretches between the Chain Bridge and the Elizabeth Bridge, offering fantastic views of Buda Castle across the water. It's especially lovely around sunset, when the city lights start to reflect off the river. As you walk north along the river, you'll come across one of Budapest's most moving memorials, the shoes on the Danube bank. These iron shoes commemorate the Jewish victims who were executed here during World War II. It's a simple yet incredibly powerful sight, reminding visitors of the city's tragic past and the importance of remembrance. For a lighter moment, make your way to the Ferris wheel in Erzsébet Square. It's a fun and quick ride that gives a bird's eye view of central Budapest, especially beautiful in the evening when the city is glowing. It is also surrounded by lively bars and cafes, perfect for grabbing a drink afterwards. From there, take a walk along Andrássy Avenue, Budapest's grand boulevard and UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's lined with elegant buildings, embassies, luxury shops and cafes, and it connects the city center all the way to Hero Square and the city park, making it a perfect route for a scenic urban walk. And while you're on Andrássy, stop by the Hungarian State Opera House. It is a masterpiece of neo-Renaissance architecture, which is stunning both inside and out. You can join a guided tour to learn about its history and design, or, if you want, you can catch a live performance. The acoustics are often regarded as world-class, and tickets are often surprisingly affordable here. Further down Andrássy Avenue, you'll find the House of Terror, a museum dedicated to the dark periods of Hungary's 20th century under Nazi, fascist and socialist rules. The exhibits are intense and deeply moving, giving you a real sense of what life was like during those turbulent times. It's not an easy visit, but it is an important one to understand more about Hungary's history. Of course, no trip to Budapest is complete without seeing the city from the water. A Danube river cruise gives you a whole new perspective, passing under the bridges and alongside landmarks that sparkle beautifully at night. Whether you choose a simple sightseeing boat or an all-you-can-drink ride, it is one of the most unforgettable experiences in the city. If you're into nostalgia, head to the Retro Museum, a fun and colorful look back at life in Hungary during the socialist era. You'll see vintage cars, toys, appliances, and home interiors from the mid-20th century. It's both fascinating and surprisingly charming, offering a quirky window into everyday life just a few decades ago. And for something a bit more modern, explore Paloma, a hidden courtyard in downtown Budapest that hosts local designer boutiques and art studios. It's the perfect spot to discover unique fashion, jewelry, and art pieces, all made by Hungarian creatives. If you love supporting local artists, this place is a must-visit. Back in the city, visit the Great Market Hall, Budapest's grand indoor market. The ground floor is packed with stalls selling paprika, sausages and local produce, while the upper level offers souvenirs and street food stands. It's a perfect place for the atmosphere, but if you wish to eat, we would suggest avoiding the restaurants on the second floor. Because for a taste of real local life, visit one of Budapest's neighborhood markets instead. Bosnyák Square, Lehel Market and Fény Street Market are where locals shop for fresh produce, meats and flowers. Grab a snack from a butcher's stall or just enjoy the lively atmosphere. It's Budapest at its most authentic. And for a dose of history, stop by the Hungarian National Museum. Its beautiful neoclassical building houses artifacts and exhibitions tracing Hungary's story from ancient times to modern days. Even if you don't go inside, the front steps and garden are worth a quick visit. Now this next area may be called as the Party District today, but that name doesn't cover the full truth. In fact, this place has a tragic history from the World War II times, but over the last few decades, it revitalized itself, becoming one of the most vibrant, colorful, eclectic and lively neighborhoods. So next, let's cover the old Jewish quarters. Let's start with the Dohány Street Synagogue, the largest synagogue in Europe and one of the most striking buildings in Budapest. Its Moorish revival architecture, colorful patterns and twin towers make it truly unique. You can explore the interior on your own or join a guided tour, visit the Jewish museum next door and see the memorial garden dedicated to Holocaust victims, a moving tribute that connects beauty with deep history. The Jewish Quarter is one of Budapest's liveliest neighborhoods today, but it also carries a heartbreaking past. During World War II, this area was part of the Budapest ghetto. You can visit memorials and plaques around the district that tell these stories, or take a guided walking tour to truly understand what happened here. It's a sobering but essential part of Budapest's history. After exploring the past, step into something that represents the district's rebirth, Szimplakert. It's the original and most famous ruin bar in Budapest, set inside an old building filled with quirky decorations, mismatched furniture and fun, creative vibe. Whether you're here for a drink, live music, or just wander through the rooms, it's a place that perfectly captures Budapest's alternative spirit. Once the sun goes down, the Jewish district transforms into one of the best nightlife areas in Europe. You'll find countless bars, from small underground pubs to stylish cocktail spots. Try hopping between a few, each has its own unique personality. But if nightlife isn't your thing, visit Szimplakert on a Sunday morning for something completely different, the Szimpla Farmers Market. Local producers sell cheese, honey, baked goods and fresh produce, and there's usually live music playing in the background. It's a cozy and authentic way to experience local life in one of the city's most famous spots. Right in the heart of the district, Gosdudvar is a lively passage filled with restaurants, bars and cafes. It's buzzing with energy every night, and it is a great place to grab dinner before heading out for drinks. During the day, you might even find small craft markets set up here, perfect for picking up local souvenirs or vintage items. But if you want to dive deep into old used items, the Jewish Quarter is packed with vintage and thrift shops. You'll come across retro clothing, records, and old Hungarian curiosities tucked away in small boutiques. It's the perfect area to go treasure hunting and discover items with their own unique stories. And if you're feeling hungry after exploring, you may as well head to Street Food Caravan right next to Szimplakert. It's an open-air food court filled with local and international options. It's perfect when you want something quick and easy between drinks as you hop from bar to bar here. A short walk from the Jewish Quarter brings you to the legendary New York Cafe, often called as the world's most beautiful cafe. Step inside and you'll see why. The gold details, chandeliers, and frescoed ceilings look straight out of a palace. It's a bit on the pricey side, but even just having a coffee here feels like stepping into another era. And if you want a more modern food experience, go visit Time Out Market Budapest. Located near Blaha Lujza Square, it brings together some of the country's best chefs, restaurants and bars all under one roof. You can try a variety of dishes in one place, perfect for when you can't decide what to eat or just want to sample a bit of everything Budapest has to offer. Now, after all of those activities, you may be looking for something more relaxed. Well, thankfully, this next area that we're going to talk about offers precisely that. The Városliget City Park. It has lots of peaceful and chill experiences and some really cool and nice sights to see. Like, for example, here, the Városliget Castle. This fairy tale-like castle is a mix of architectural styles, inspired by famous buildings from across Hungary. It was originally built for the Millennium Exhibition at the end of the 19th century and quickly became a local favorite. You can walk around freely, explore its courtyards, or even visit a small agricultural museum inside. It's a peaceful and picture-perfect spot, especially by the lake. Just outside the park sits Hero Square, one of the most iconic landmarks of Budapest. The statues here honor Hungary's founding leaders and historic figures, all gathered around a towering column topped by Archangel Gabriel, who holds the Hungarian Holy Crown up in the air. It's an impressive sight, especially when viewed from the wide boulevard of Andrássy Avenue leading up right to it. A few minutes walk from there, you'll find one of Budapest's most famous attractions, the Széchenyi Thermal Bath. With its grand yellow buildings and steaming outdoor pools, it's the largest medicinal bath complex in Europe. Locals come here to relax, chat, and even play chess in the water. Whether you visit in the middle of winter or on a hot summer day, it's an experience you shouldn't miss. But the city park itself is much more than its landmarks. It is also one of the best places in Budapest to just slow down and relax. Grab a drink at a lakeside cafe, stroll along its shaded paths, or simply lie down on the grass and enjoy the view. Locals like myself love coming here to unwind, especially on sunny weekends. And for something completely different, you can take a balloon ride right in the park. This red and white helium balloon takes you up to about 150 meters into the air, offering a stunning panoramic view of Budapest and the surrounding greenery. It's a gentle and unforgettable way to see the city from above. In the warmer months, the lake around Városliget castle transforms into a calm boating area. You can rent a small rowboat or paddle boat and drift around the castle. It's one of the most charming and romantic activities in the park. And in the winter, the same lake becomes one of Europe's largest outdoor ice skating rinks. With the castle glowing in the background, skating here feels like stepping into a Christmas card. It's a must-try if you visit Budapest during the colder months. Right next to the thermal baths of the city park, you'll find the Budapest Zoo and Botanical Garden, one of the oldest zoos in the world. It's home to hundreds of animal species and features beautiful Art Nouveau buildings, making it as much of a cultural experience as it is a family attraction. You can easily spend half a day here just wandering around its lush grounds and learn about the many species that are featured here. One of the newest and most spectacular additions to the city park is the House of Music. Designed by famous Japanese architect So Fujimoto, its futuristic wave-like roof makes it stand out instantly. Inside, however, it's all about sound, with interactive exhibits, concerts, and immersive experiences that celebrate the history of music from Hungary and all around the world. Across from the House of Music is another architectural gem, the Museum of Ethnography. This modern building with its sloping green roof houses exhibitions of Hungarian folk traditions, crafts, and everyday life. Even if you don't go inside, it's worth visiting for the design and the view from its rooftop garden. And back at Hero Square, the Museum of Fine Arts awaits art lovers. Its grand neoclassical facade hides a vast collection of European masterpieces, including works by Raphael, El Greco, and Goya. If you're short on time, even a quick walk through its main gallery gives you a taste of centuries of art history. Now, if you're wondering how you can get from one experience and attraction to the other, thankfully Budapest's public transport is easy to use and awesome. And if you want to know how to use the public transport here, then we have a video about it. Maybe check that out after this one. But of course, Budapest is not just full of things to see and things to do. It is also an excellent place to experience the delicious Hungarian cuisine. Let's start with one of the country's most iconic dishes, the pörkölt. This hearty meat stew, cooked slowly with onions, paprika and spices, is comfort food at its best. You can try it in many restaurants, but Ghetto Gulyás in the Jewish Quarter is especially famous for it. Whether it's made with beef, pork or veal, it's rich, flavorful, and pure Hungarian tradition on a plate. But of course, Hungary's most famous dish internationally is gulyás, or goulash soup. It's a spiced beef and vegetable soup with paprika, served with bread and a touch of a rustic charm. For a true experience, order it in a traditional restaurant, served in a small pot, steaming hot, just the way us locals like it. To go with your meal, or maybe after it, try Unicum, Hungary's signature herbal liquor. It's strong, bitter, and definitely an acquired taste, but one that every visitor should try at least once. If you want to learn more about its unique history, visit the Unicum Museum and Distillery, where you can see how it's made and taste it right from the barrel. Another absolute classic is chicken paprikás. It's tender chicken simmered in a creamy paprika sauce, usually served with nokedli, the Hungarian version of spätzle. It's one of those dishes that feels like home cooking, rich, comforting, and bursting with flavor. Hungary is home to some fantastic wine regions, and you don't need to leave Budapest to taste them all. Visit a local wine bar to sample varieties like Tokai, Egri Bikavér, or Jufark. Hungarian wines are often overlooked internationally, but once you try them, you'll understand why we locals are so proud of them. If you've got a sweet tooth, stop by a classic Hungarian cukrászda or confectionery shop. Order a slice of dobos torta, Eszterházi cake, or krémes, all layered, creamy, and beautifully presented. These cafes have a nostalgic atmosphere that feels like stepping back into old Budapest. For something truly Hungarian and casual, try lángos. It's a deep-fried dough, crispy on the outside and soft on the inside, usually topped with sour cream and cheese, though there are endless variations of toppings. You'll find it at most markets and some dedicated lángos shops in the city center. It's simple, delicious, and best eaten hot. The craft beer scene in Budapest has exploded in recent years. You can find small breweries and bars offering everything from pale ales to dark porters. Check out some of the many craft beer bars or tap rooms, or go directly to the source by visiting some of the small-scale breweries in Budapest. Another sweet street food you can't miss is kürtös kalács, or chimney cake. It's made by wrapping dough around a spit, roasting it over an open flame, and coating it with sugar that caramelizes into a crispy shell. You can find it at fairs or dedicated stalls, and if you do, try one that's fresh and warm for the best experience. And for a fun local snack, pick up a túrórudi. It's a chilled bar of sweet curd cheese coated in chocolate, found in every supermarket in the refrigerated dairy section. We Hungarians grow up with this, and while it may sound unusual at first, it's surprisingly delicious and addictive. If you're a coffee lover like me, you won't be disappointed in Budapest. The city has a booming specialty coffee scene with great cafes like Espresso Embassy, My Little Melbourne, Contact, and many more. Whether you like pour-over or espresso, these places serve coffee with care and style, perfect for a midday recharge. And while we're talking about food and drinks, you cannot leave Hungary without tasting pálinka. This strong fruit brandy is made from plums, apricots, pears, and many other kinds of fruits, and it packs quite a punch. It's often served as a toast at celebrations, and tasting it in a local bar or distillery is a true Hungarian experience. And finally, don't miss the traditional butcher counters and sausage stalls at local markets. Order a freshly grilled kolbász or hurka, served with mustard, pickles, and bread. It's classic, hearty, and full of flavor. This is Hungarian street food in its most authentic form.
Now we hope you find this video useful so far, and if you enjoyed the work that we do, you can support us by simply clicking the like button and leaving a friendly comment, or you can also send us donations via the thanks button, and you can also check out some of our merch, or you can also become a regular supporter, like our lovely channel members with whom we share some behind the scenes information and also updates to our lovely community map. That's how they know where they can try some of the lovely dishes and treats that we have mentioned so far in this video. Thank you so much everybody for supporting the work that we do. And now, let's get back to more experiences here in Budapest.
If you love the outdoors, head up to Normafa in the Buda Hills. It's surrounded by lush forests and scenic trails perfect for hiking or just enjoying the fresh air. We locals come here year-round to walk, picnic, and take in the sweeping views of the city. And while you're in the area, make sure to hop on the Children's Railway. It's one of the quirkiest attractions in Budapest, a fully functioning railway line where most of the staff are children who work under adult supervision, of course. The route goes through the hills, offering great forest views and a charmingly nostalgic experience. At the top of János Hill, which is the highest point in Budapest, stands the Erzsébet Lookout Tower. You can reach it by hiking or taking the chairlift to the top. From the tower, you'll get a stunning 360-degree panorama of the city, the Danube, and even the distant mountains on a clear day. To get up or down the hill in a more relaxing way, take the Városliget chairlift. It glides slowly above the trees, offering peaceful views over the hills and the rooftops of Buda. It's not just a transportation, it's a mini adventure in itself. Back closer to the city, Millenáris Park is a green, modern public space built on the site of old factory grounds. It's now full of ponds, sculptures, and open lawns where people relax or attend outdoor events. It's a great place to take a break, especially if you're exploring the nearby Buda Castle area or shopping at Mamut Mall. For a peaceful and historic stop, visit Gülbaba's tomb in the Rózsadom neighborhood. This Ottoman memorial from the 16th century sits on a quiet hill surrounded by a beautiful rose garden. The view from up here is lovely, and the place has a calm, almost meditative atmosphere, a true hidden gem in the city. The bathing culture of Budapest isn't just about the big, famous thermal baths of the city. Veli Bey bath is one of the oldest and most intimate Turkish baths. Dating back to the 16th century, it combines Ottoman architecture with modern wellness facilities. It is less crowded than the others, as they limit the number of people who can enter, but it is perfect if you want a more authentic and relaxing experience. And just around the corner is Lukács bath, another local favorite thermal bath. It's popular among Budapest residents for its healing thermal waters and outdoor pools surrounded by old architecture. It's not as grand as Széchenyi mentioned before, but it has a real local charm. Plus, it is known for its wellness treatments and thermal history that goes back centuries. For one of the best panoramic views of Budapest, climb Gellért Hill to the Citadella viewpoint. From the top you can see the Danube, the bridges, and the city stretching in both directions. It's especially breathtaking at sunrise or sunset when the light paints the buildings in gold. Even if the Citadella itself is closed for renovation, the surrounding lookout spots remain open, offering stunning views. At the base of the hill is the famous Gellért bath, one of the most beautiful Art Nouveau spas in Europe. It's known for its intricate tiles, elegant architecture, and thermal pools. Unfortunately, it's currently closed for renovation, but once it reopens, it is sure to be one of the highlights of the city again. While you're nearby, stop by the cave church, literally built inside the hill. This small atmospheric chapel was carved into the rock by monks and still serves as a functioning church today. It is one of Budapest's most unusual and fascinating religious sites. Just below the hill, you'll find Rudas bath, another historic Turkish spot that dates back to the 1500s. It features classic domed pools, saunas, and a rooftop pool with a view over the Danube and Elizabeth Bridge. It's especially magical and relaxing to sit in the hot panorama pool and enjoy the view of the river and the busy city. And after all that relaxing, treat yourself along Bartók Béla Boulevard. This creative neighborhood is full of cozy cafes, art galleries, and trendy restaurants. It's one of the best spots in Buda to experience the city's modern but also laid-back side, great for evening drinks or a brunch with a local vibe. For something truly unique and surprisingly photogenic, visit the Szabó Ervin Library. At first glance, it looks like a regular public library, but head up to the 4th floor and you'll step into a beautifully preserved aristocratic interior. These historic rooms once belonged to a wealthy noble family, and walking through them feels like traveling back in time. If you visit Budapest in December, the city turns into a festive wonderland. The Christmas markets at St. Stephen's Basilica and Vörösmarty Square are filled with decorative lights, handcrafted gifts, and the smell of mulled wine and roasted chestnuts in the air. Grab a cup of that special forralt bor, as we call it, and enjoy the cozy holiday atmosphere here. Just note, however, that the food prices here can be ridiculously high, but if you don't want your festive spirit crushed by those, then check out our video about tips and tricks for the Budapest Christmas markets after this one, so you can get the best experience without breaking the bank. Every August, Sziget Festival transforms an island on the Danube into one of Europe's biggest music events. For a full week, it's packed with concerts, art installations, and people from all over the world. Whether you come here for the big international acts or a festival vibe itself, it's pure energy and the summer highlight in Budapest. And on August the 20th, Budapest celebrates Hungary's founding with parades, air shows, and spectacular fireworks over the Danube. The bridges and riverbanks fill with people as the sky lights up above the Parliament and the Castle Hill. It's one of the most breathtaking nights of the year. Budapest has a lively music scene year-round. From classical performances at the Palace of Arts, bombastic shows at large venues, or even alternative bands playing on a boat, there's always something happening. Whether you're into jazz, rock, or electronic music, you'll find great venues and a welcoming, energetic crowd. Throughout the year, Budapest hosts all kinds of food and drink festivals, celebrating everything from street food, wine, beer, or even chocolate. The Budapest Wine Festival at Buda Castle and the Gourmet Festival in the Millenary Park are especially popular. They are the perfect way to taste the best of Hungary in one place. Right in the middle of the Danube lies Margaret Island, a peaceful green escape from the city life. We locals come here to walk, jog, or to simply relax on the grass. Pack a picnic, find a shady spot under the trees, and enjoy the calm. It's one of the most tranquil places in Budapest. And to explore more of the island, rent a bike or pedal cart and circle the leafy paths. You'll pass gardens, fountains, and old ruins along the way. It's a fun and active way to take in the beauty of the island at your own pace. If you're visiting in summer, cool off at Palatinus Beach, a large outdoor bath complex right on the island. They have thermal pools, slides, and shaded lawns. It's a favorite for both locals and families looking to enjoy the sunshine. At the southern end of the island, don't miss the musical fountain. Several times a day, the water dances perfectly in sync with popular classical and modern tunes. Come in the evening when the lights add extra magic to the show. But for something quirky and unexpected, visit the Budapest Pinball Museum. It's packed with over 100 working pinball machines, and yes, you can play them all, no coins necessary, just a single entry ticket. It's nostalgic, fun, and one of those hidden gems that leaves a mark on every visitor. If you're after a quieter thermal bath experience, then Dandár Bath is a local favorite. Smaller and less touristy than the big baths, it offers warm outdoor pools, saunas, and a calm, authentic vibe, perfect for relaxing after a long day of exploring. In the outskirts of Budapest, you can step into a piece of history at Memento Park, an open-air museum filled with giant statues from Hungary's communist era. It's a fascinating and slightly surreal place to learn about life under socialism with a mix of humor, history, and reflection. A hidden historical treasure, the Fiumei Sírkert is a peaceful cemetery that feels more like a sculpture garden. It's the resting place of many famous Hungarians, surrounded by grand mausoleums and old trees. It's quiet, green, and full of history, a beautiful spot for a reflective walk. In a quiet part of Pest, the Fűvészkert is a lush botanical garden filled with exotic plants, ponds, and greenhouses. It may be small, but it is still very peaceful and perfect if you want to escape the city noise for a little while and enjoy some greenery. And if you want a laid-back local vibe, head to Római part along the Danube in northern Buda or to the Népsziget in northern Pest. The riversides here are filled with casual bars and food stalls serving fried fish, lángos, and cold beers. They are favorite summer hangouts for locals, perfect for relaxing by the water as the sun goes down. Budapest is also known as the escape room capital of the world. The first modern escape games actually started here, and now there are dozens to choose from. Whether you like mystery, horror, or adventure themes, it's a fun and interactive way to spend an hour with friends solving puzzles. While walking around the city, keep your eyes open for tiny bronze sculptures, most of which are made by guerrilla artist Mihály Kolotko. These playful mini-statues are hidden on street corners, benches, and bridges, depicting everything from cartoon characters to cultural icons. Finding them feels like a little treasure hunt scattered all over Budapest. The buildings of Budapest aren't just beautiful, they are also canvases for creativity. The city has some amazing street murals that cover entire facades, especially in the Jewish quarter and around the 7th district. Each one tells a story or celebrates a part of Hungarian culture, so keep your camera ready as you wander around the city. Beyond the famous New York cafe, Budapest is full of traditional coffee houses, elegant old cafes where writers and artists once gathered. Sit down for a coffee and cake in places like Central Café or Hadik and soak up that timeless Budapest atmosphere. Many old buildings in Budapest hide beautiful inner courtyards behind their gates. If you find an open entrance, take a peek inside. You might see charming balconies, overgrown gardens, or unique old staircases. These secret courtyards are part of what makes this city feel so alive and full of surprises. If you're visiting during springtime, Budapest has some lovely spots for cherry blossom viewing. The trees around Tóth Árpád sétány in the Castle district and the Millenáris Park burst into pink blooms, creating a stunning backdrop for a peaceful walk or some great photos. In northern Budapest, you'll find the fascinating ruins of Aquincum, the former Roman city that stood here nearly 2,000 years ago. Today you can explore the open-air ruins and museum to learn about the daily life in Roman times, long before Budapest as we know it even existed. You can't leave Hungary without picking up some paprika powder. It's the heart of Hungarian cooking. Look for quality brands or buy it fresh from the markets. You'll find both sweet and spicy versions. It makes the perfect edible souvenir and brings a taste of Budapest to your kitchen. For traditional Hungarian crafts, visit local artisan shops or markets. You'll find beautiful embroidered textiles, pottery, and woodwork, each reflecting centuries of folk tradition. Picking up something like this doesn't only mean that you're bringing home a meaningful souvenir, but you also get to support local craftsmen. And even a quick supermarket visit can be an adventure here. Try local sweets like the Pilóta biscuits, the Sportszelet, or the Balaton bars. They are everyday Hungarian favorites and an easy way to taste a bit of local life. Hungary is also known for its fine porcelain. Brands like Herendi and Zsolnay have been crafting elegant ceramics for generations. You can visit their stores or find smaller pieces at antique markets, perfect keepsakes from your trip. As you walk through the city, don't forget to look up. Many of Budapest's most beautiful details are above eye level. Ornate balconies, statues, mosaics, and rooftop sculptures that often get unnoticed. Take your time to appreciate the artistry that gives this city its unique character.
Now, making this video wasn't hard because it is a challenge to put 100 things onto a list about what you can do here in Budapest. It was hard because we had to limit ourselves to 100 things that you can do here. Because this city offers so much, so many unique attractions and so much fun that you can have. And we cover those in more detail in some of our other videos, which you can check out if you go to our channel right now. And if you don't want to miss our future content about Budapest and Hungary and Hungarian culture, then make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and if you visit Budapest, hopefully you will have an excellent time here. Thank you again, and see you in our next videos. Bye!